Hello everyone! Welcome to our third day of the extension course talking about Keith Haring and graffiti art. And today I'm going to start showing you this book and talking about what is going to happen here, okay? So the name of this book is I Wish I Didn't Have to Sleep. I think Keith Haring said that because he was so excited to create things, to drawing things, to communicate people that he wanted to sleep, okay? He wanted to use his life for drawing because it was his passion. Okay? So, this book is talking a little bit about some stories, and these stories is based on some Keith Haring drawings, and students from New York City, age of 5 years old, 8 years old, 12 years old, and 15 years old, a group of students, they talk about some stories, okay? And based on drawings. And this is what was in New York City, some schools from New York City. Okay. This book is very interesting and exciting because Adventures in Art is a new, exciting, colorful series of books for the young and the young at heart. It takes us on a voyage of discovery, exploring the world of art and showing us how to look at pictures in a relaxed, light-hearted way. It's very nice. So, it's going to talk about some stories like this. For example, you have this picture and you need to invent to create a story on this picture. So, this child said, maybe he has a rat on his head because he's crazy. Okay? Lightness and irony, pleasure and happiness, inventiveness and energy. Keith Haring had them all. And so did his art. With thick black lines, bright signs, and striking symbols, he created unmistakable, vibrant pictures that tell of friendship, fun, feelings, and the imagination. Okay. Let's get started. Do you see that guy with glasses? Well, that is Keith Haring. In a moment, we will be taking a closer look at his art and the many different things that his artwork involves. Also, we will learn from different kids what they think about when they see his art. But first, a quick question. What do you think is the most important thing to keep in this picture? Think about it. Look closer. In him. Right, his sneakers, which get better the older and more worn out they are. He always seems to have them on whether with a t-shirt and jeans or a blue suit. Let the word out there now. Keith Haring was always drawing pictures. Even as a young boy, he used to create short comics with his father, and once he won a prize at school for a comic he made. After graduating from high school in Kutztown, Pennsylvania, where he grew up with his parents and 3 sisters, Keith went to graphic design school in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, at the suggestion of his parents. But Keith quickly discovered that he didn't want to make only commercial designs, and that he liked making his own art even more. He was interested in exploring his imagination. When he was 20 years old, Keith left Pennsylvania for the one place he felt was big enough for all his art he wanted to create. Where is this place? Guess? New York City, yeah! Subway art. Okay, let's see how was the beginning of his career, okay? While he was an art student at School of Visual Art in New York City, Keith realized that he wanted to bring art to everyone rather than creating art only for museums or individuals. He wanted to work with lots of different people, inspiring their imaginations and emotions. The most important thing to Keith was to be able to communicate to the whole world. That reminds me what Daniel Dadi said last week. Remember that graffiti artist? Okay, he said that he wanted to stay with people, to communicate, to interact with people in the street, okay, on the street. One day, while riding the subway, Keith noticed the plain black paper hanging in all the unused advertising space. And he ran to a store, and bought plain white chalk, returned to the subway, and started drawing. Look, Keith knew that he could get in trouble with the police if he was caught drawing on the paper. So he had to work fast. With just a few lines, his simple figures came to life. Sometimes they became barking dogs or a group of heads. Sometimes they became little characters hugging each other, pyramids, light bulbs, and flying saucers. After drawing in the subway stations a few times, Keith had attracted a lot of attention. People often simply stood and watched him work, but sometimes they asked him what his drawings really meant. He used to reply, "It's your job to decide. I only do the drawing." This is interaction. So let's talk about symbols, okay? And I have my symbols for my paintings. my own symbols. But I'm not talking about my art, I'm talking about his art. Artists have different ways of letting others know a painting is theirs. They might sign in with their name or put a special symbol on it to be recognizable, okay?
I don't usually sign my paintings.
I like to use hearts. Okay, back here. The rays around the baby are not radioactive. They symbolize energy because Keith felt that art should be everywhere. He put drawings like the radiant baby on everyday items such as posters, buttons, and t-shirts. But there are other images besides the radiant baby that Keith used again and again that are now recognized around the world. He also drew the barking dog and dancing people in different colors. By rearranging the same pictures in different ways, Keith was able to change the meaning and feeling of every picture. Soon, Keith was invited to paint on walls all over the world, even in Italy. Instead of getting into trouble for it, Keith was asked by city officials to paint murals. Sometimes kids helped him, but mostly they just came to watch Keith work. They wanted to let him know that they liked what he was doing, and sometimes they asked him to draw on their t-shirts, jeans, and even on their shoes. As Keith became more popular and well-known, he still took the time to work with kids on projects that he felt were important. Keith designed a poster to encourage kids to read, painted an anti-drug mural, and donated art to raise money for AIDS research. Excellent. And this is the famous Radiant Baby. As I said before, the rays around the baby here are not radioactive. They symbolize energy. Okay, now it's time for that stories that I said, and the story is based on Keith Haring drawings. Okay, once upon a time, Haring's first drawings were comics. He always had a talent for telling stories with pictures. Simple lines and symbols can mean so many different things. What's happening here? So what do you think is happening here? So you're going to think about it a little bit, think, and you can write comments here, okay? Write what do you think is this about? Okay, let me read now what some American students said. I think in this picture, these are poisonous flowers and they have died. They were cut off by a good person who realized they were bad flowers. Ooh. Who would tear off the flowers for no reason and just leave them on the floor. That's bad manners. And another one said, it was a hurricane. Another one, I think this person is very pessimistic. And when he got the flowers, he cut off the pretty part and just left the stems. What do you think happened? So write here in the comments, what do you think? Okay? Great. Let's see more stories. So talking about this drawing, I see a radio and the people don't like what they are hearing on the radio, so they cut the wire. And another student said about this one, they are putting people through this thing. And another student said the opposite. How do you know he's putting him in the machine? I think he's taking him out of it. It looks like those kids have been kidnapped and this guy is getting them out of that big machine that they are in, and he's pulling them out and they look very scared, like they are trying to get out of the evil place. And then the wire, it looks like they are cutting the wire of the machine. The machine is broken. He seems to be checking if the machine is working or if it has stopped. Very good story about people getting kidnapped. Very nice. Very good imagination, very creativity. Okay, they are scared. Very good. Look at this drawing, guys. So one student said, he took a teacup, a really big teacup, and cut 2 holes through it. Nice. And another student said, I think this person is very big and tough on the outside, and on the inside he is all weak and he is very sensitive and he has a lot of feelings. Great. I like that. I really like that. Another said, he has a really big butt. Humongous. It's a jack. And another student said, okay, there is this guy and he goes to the store to buy a pair of pants. He likes all 3 of them. And the salesman says, buy them all. And so he does. Great. Hey, don't forget to write a comment. What do you think about this drawing? Now let's talk about emotions. Joy, love, excitement, anger, confusion, sadness. We all feel different emotions at different times. Can you tell how the people in the artwork feel? Sometimes the artist expresses how he feels through the use of pictures. You may feel certain emotions when you look at pictures. So let's see what these 3 students said about this drawing. Look closer. Okay, so the first student said they are at the doctor's getting x-rayed. Maybe it's just a toy and these are the kids. He feels betrayed by the world, betrayed by his own feelings. I don't think he feels very good about himself. They are pulling out all his feelings. Very deep. Nice. Okay, and you? What about you? So, how does this make you feel? For sure, this makes me feel like when I have lots of things to do at home, at school. So planning, reports, getting ready for the art class, Portuguese class. Nice. Okay. Wow. Look at this, guys. Amazing. Look. This is 8/4, probably it's the year that he did, 1984. Keith Haring used to do that, to write the year like this. Here seems to be a brain, and here heart, okay. So let's see. It looks like a snake, someone said. He puts his hand through his body, maybe to catch his brain. He didn't want to be smart. Another said, he doesn't like himself anymore, and he pushes out his brain and his heart. Very sad. I think this is a person who's all confused and has mixed emotions. Someone hurt him emotionally, someone hit him in his brain, and he's not good at math. Maybe he is trying to reach for some love. And you guys, do you ever feel this way? Let's see what you can tell me about this. Okay, right? So, write down comments. Great. Thank you. More emotions. Look. Wow. So it looks like he's doing the moonwalk. Probably because of this. He's using his sticks to drum on his belly. This is a guy who has just broken up with his girlfriend. And he is really angry with himself, and he breaks his heart that looks like a stick. This looks like a brick wall, and this person has climbed all the way to the top, and he feels mad and sad because he feels love has been circled out of his life. Someone has died. see the cross in the corner, and he loved her. He's letting out his anger. Which emotions do you feel from these paintings? More emotions, guys. Okay, so let's see. This is a big old slumpy giant. Do you want to see? Look. Oh. Another student said, I think this person is young but feels very old and weak. He's a monster with lollipop eyes. There are all these plus signs around him, like improve your life. They are taunting him. What do you think he is feeling? Tell me, write it down. Let's move on. Nice. Teamwork, guys. Teamwork. This is not the students' comments. I'm going to read for you this, and then here there are comments from them, okay? So, teamwork. Working together is sometimes the best way to get a job done. Do you agree with this? Yes. Everybody has different abilities and interests. People working as a team sometimes resemble a big machine, and each person is like a different part of the machine. Great, that's it. I totally agree with this, and we really need to create teamwork sometimes. Okay? So, the first student said, I like the people because they look like they are all stuck together and they are dancing and jumping and playing tug of war. This doesn't look like teamwork at all. It's a pyramid of men. Okay. There are acrobats from the circus. I can see a fat lady in the middle with two little clowns on her arms. The three blue men are fighting, and the green man is the strongest man in the world because he can hold up all of the acrobats. It looks like there are a lot of people in charge here, and those guys with the X on them don't mean a lot to society. Oh, wow. What kind of team do you see? Tell me here, okay? Let's see, let's use our imagination now. Look, these are the flying saucers that Keith Haring used to draw. Okay, and I'm going to read this paragraph talking about this picture, and then I'm going to explain some comments, students' comments. Okay, here. Imagination. Sometimes we think of situations that are not real, but excite our imagination. You can bring your imagination to life by making a picture, writing a song, or creating a dance. Everyone expresses his imagination differently, and each person has his own unique story to tell. Oh yes. And we need to respect everyone, every point of view. What do you think? Okay, the first student said, I think this is a pyramid and these two flying saucers are attacking a lady's house. So she runs out and screams for help. It looks like she's pregnant. Oh yes. I think so, yes. And the flying saucers are taking over her house and everything, and she has to protect her baby. I think this is a lady who is naked, and just when she was getting into the shower, two spaceships took off and she ran out of the house to say, "Stop it, you idiots!" What do you imagine is going on here? Oh, more imagination, guys. Look how different is this one. Wow. Okay, let's see what some students said. This man is sitting in his bathtub and he's fishing for his dinner. It's a guy that really smells so bad and he tries to find out why. He lifts up his arms and he finds lots of little fish in his armpits and he takes them out. He has gills on his ribs. What do you imagine he is doing? And guys, look how beautiful is this drawing. Look, it's a tree and lots of little monkeys on the tree. Pink monkeys. So let's see. So first I'm going to read something around about this drawing, okay? Then students' comments. Having fun celebrating life. Playing around like a troop of monkeys is in a tree. Jumping around and laughing because life's so much fun. Learning to like yourself for who you are and to like others because they are different and fun in their own way. Enjoying friends and life is a reason to celebrate. It's a message from Keith Haring. Okay, now students' comments. It actually looks like a celebration because they have got their favorite monkeys on the tree. The tree has... Oh, I think I need my glasses. Okay. Look this one. The tree has the measles and the monkeys are shaking it so the measles fall off. Do you know what measles is? It's a disease. It's in Portuguese is sarampo. Okay? And then another one. It looks like they are doing frisbee practice with their halos. Nice. And another student said, I think the pink animals sort of look like fairies who come in winter because they are taking away all the leaves and filling up the tree with emptiness. Oh, this is talking about the monkeys, like fairies. Nice. Okay. And you, what do you think they are celebrating? Great. So guys, we arrived in the end of our book. And the last page is this one. Look. It's a self-portrait. Keith Haring self-portrait. So, he drew his face here and then he created the body like this. So, this could be an activity for you. You can take a picture. It's a selfie. You can take a selfie and you cut your face, glue it in a paper, and then you draw the body and things that you want to say, to express. What do you think about this? How would you paint a picture of yourself? Okay? Great. So it was a pleasure staying here telling you about this book. This is a very interesting book. I really like it. I hope you enjoy it. You like it. Okay? Bye. Did you know an artist is a problem solver? Yes. So think in this situation, guys. You are painting, you are so happy that finally you are painting, you are creating a very nice artwork. So you have your brushes, you have your red paint, blue paint, yellow paint, and you are trying to create new colors using the primary colors, blue, red, and yellow. And so suddenly a little bit of paint dropped on your work and you can see some stains on your work. Oh, what am I going to do? Oh no. So think, guys, you have this situation here. Think about this. This is a stain, a blue stain, and became a rat. So think that your mistakes could be something new. So watch the video now and you are going to understand and have a new point of view about your mistakes. Have fun! When you think you have made a mistake, think of it as an opportunity to make something beautiful. With you, Beautiful Oops by Barney Salzberg.
Piece of paper is just the beginning. Every spill has lots of possibilities. Bent paper is something to celebrate. A little drip of paint, let your imagination run wild. A scrap of paper can be fun to play with. A smudge and a smear can make magic appear. Stain has potential if you play with the shape. Holes in your paper are worth exploring. When you think you have made a mistake, think of it as an opportunity to make something beautiful. Beautiful oops, beautiful oops, beautiful oops, beautiful oops.
Remember, when you make a mistake, think that this is an opportunity to create something new.
Now it's time for our food for thought moment. And today we are going to talk about creativity. And the quote today, Albert Einstein said, "Creativity is intelligence having fun."
In other words, being creative doesn't necessarily mean you are artistic or musical. It means that your brain is designed in a way that helps you solve problems, think up or brainstorm new ideas.
Okay, here we are. We are going to create a drawing today based on this quote for today. Creativity is intelligence having fun. Okay, so I'm going to show you some drawings related to this, some examples. This is an example. This is another one. This is another one. And this. And this one I created using a tool to create this digital drawing. So I'm going to show you now how I have created this. Of course, I'm not going to create exactly the same, but I'm going to show you how to do it, and so you can have fun using this tool. Okay?
Here we are. Now we are going to a website called Klecky.com. So, to use as a painting tool. So you can open a new tab like this. You can type in Klecky.com, push enter, and you will get this blank canvas that you can immediately start drawing in. Okay, but to start here, I'm going to let this smaller so it can work better. Okay, now can you see here this? You can see the size that you want. I want a square size, and I'm going to let this square. So here we have the brush, and here you can use the brush and the colors,
And here you can use the size, or can you see the size that you want to do? I'm going to put this big like this because I'm going to make this layer very, very colorful. Okay, as I'm showing you my activity, how the way I'm going to do it, I can explain the tools here, okay? So I'm working on the first layer, and I'm going to do this very, very colorful. This red. Okay. This magenta. Very nice. Now a little bit of purple. With your colorful layer, you can let me put another color here. It's like this. Okay, then you have this edit, can you see it? And I really like this to triangle blur, and you can click on this triangle blur, and if you go a little bit here like this, or can you see that it's blending, and it's very nice. Great. So now I'm going to take another layer. So I'm going here, and I'm going to work on another layer. On this layer here, I'm going to paint with black, totally black, fill with black. Okay, so if you see, if you see the layers and you work here, you can see that is transparent. You can see what is under your layer, okay? So I'm going to work on this one. Then I'm going to create another layer, another one, and I'm going to write the code, okay? So this layer here, I'm going to use this text, and I'm going to, can you see the T here in the middle? So I needed to find a place that I'm going to start writing, and I click, and I'm going to start clicking. I'm going to put this white, and here I'm going to use fantasy, And the first word is creativity. I'm going to write big, very big. 50. And when I'm happy with this, I can push enter, and that's it. Now the word is, I'm going to write here, right here. Smaller, I'm going to use smaller, and I'm going to change the font. Okay, yes. Now it's black, I'm going to put white. Great. I'm happy with this. Now the word intelligence. I don't like this place, so I'm going to just cancel here and go back and type again. I'm going to write intelligence right here, under here. And I'm going to change, I'm going to put cursive, and I'm going to write here intelligence. Having fun. So having, I'm going to write here, having. Right. Small. Another font. And fun, I'm going to write big here. Okay, big, big, big. So I'm going to use 60. And I'm going to use fantasy. I'm going to write fun. And the exclamation mark is good as well. I'm going to put an exclamation mark here. And also, as somebody said that I'm going to use, I don't think I can do it again. Let's try. Because I can use this and this. Now I'm not going to do this. Besides not. So now if I go down here, I'm going to write the name of the author of this quote in a very small, very small 13. This one. This I'm going to write Albert
Good. Now I'm happy. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is use some creativity here, okay? So this layer is this, and this is the layer that I'm going to put. Look, I put the second layer, the black layer, on the top, so I'm going to work on this. And I'm going to reveal that word, words, that quote. Using what? Let's see what I could use here. I can use circle, or I can use a square. But I'm going to use circle now. And an eraser. Let's see if I can make little dots just to have fun like this. Oh, little dots. Colorful. And then I'm going to change the size of the dots. So I'm going to review. Now I'm going to change the size of the dots, and I'm going to have bigger. So it's a little bit different. I'm going to have a very nice poster with my quotes. Now, bigger. Just to review. Then I can change the size again to have some small dots here to reveal. Smaller. you think it's enough of dots? Okay, I think it's enough, but I don't like this one. Let me put just a little bit here. I don't like this. Okay, now it's okay. Okay, so I'm going to download. Okay, I'm happy with my artwork, and I'm going to download here. Okay, just press here to download and save it. Okay, guys, so I hope you enjoy it. Okay, and until